Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a bonus tarot reading which is intended to be timeless. So whenever you stumble upon this reading / video, it's meant for you. And I do want to take this moment to thank you genuinely for joining me, but I also want to remind you to like this video. Do leave me a comment about your individual situation. Go ahead and share the video if you could, and of course subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell when you subscribe. Now, those of you who have already subscribed in the past, I've been informed by certain individuals that the notifications are no longer coming in. So go ahead and double check to make sure that bell is highlighted, all right? But more importantly, when meditating on your beautiful energy overall for the reading, the message that came through was, okay, so what's next? Okay, so what's next? And so with that said and done, let's get started. Alrighty, let's do some shuffling. And while I do just that, keep in mind that this is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius. All placements within your chart, wherever it lies for you individually, as well as those who are joining to hear about an Aquarius in their life, all are welcome. So because it's general, do take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind for somebody else. But what else? Oh, personal readings are now happening again on this channel. Interestingly put. So all you got to do is head down to the description box. You'll see my email as well as the options and pricing for just that. So just shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. But so for our lovely Aquarians, thank you, Spirit. What do we have? See how many cards they want for you today. Thank you, Spirit, for Aquarius. You're saying keep this upright. Interesting. What else do we have for Aquarius? Okay. And we're just going to go with these cards. So we're beginning with the Page of Wands. A lot of the times this card on my channel, or at least it used to come through as the anxious card, the anxiety card, and Spirit's saying in this case it is relevant for you. Feeling like you're doing a lot better of a job, you know, keeping your anxiety at bay, or if you're dealing with certain stresses and emotions that come to be, but for whatever reason it pops back up and makes things a bit more difficult than they need to be. Feeling like my heart is about to explode out of my chest in this moment. Feeling like you're trying to sort of find your own light to guide the way for yourself and others, potentially. Feeling it's difficult to gather yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, and your frustrations as you try to figure out what's next along your individual journey. It feels like some of you are trying to view your situation from a new perspective, you know, thinking, okay, well, I'm just beginning this or I'm just beginning that, even if it's not necessarily the case, trying to see things in a better light. And at times that can cause a bit of anxiety. And I'm being drawn to what I believe is a red cardinal here, if you can see. I do feel like Spirit will be communicating with you through certain animals, like a bird, so keep an eye out for that, and do look up the spiritual meaning. There are messages for you. The King of Swords to move right along. As you move forward, you could find yourself feeling more confident, feeling a bit irritated at times with how noisy certain situations are, certain people are, but at times you feel that your confidence couldn't be any higher. And Spirit's saying, well, why is that? Ask yourself for a hot second. And they're saying, well, we're going to answer for you if you can't fully answer right away. It's because of all you've been through, all you've overcome. It's because you haven't given up due to it all. You're stronger, you're wiser, you're more courageous and bold because of it all. And you continuously look for other sources to, or sources for improvement, to improve oneself, to improve your situation. And that never-ending strive for more is what keeps you alive. It's what keeps you improving once again. And they're saying just end this card with your personal growth, and that never-ending growth for you as an individual is what leaves you feeling so courageous and bold and confident these days. We're moving on to the Eight of Swords. As you continue down your individual path, you find yourself doing a lot of reflecting, at times too much, where it goes from a productive, healthy reflecting to way too much overthinking, where it could lead to depression or even more anxiety, or you simply just feeling a little bit down in the dumps or kind of blah about things. And now I'm hearing the overall message in my mind from Spirit being in a different tone. Okay, well, what's next? Right? And instead of, saying it in the beginning where we were a bit more upbeat, we're like, okay, what's next? Where you're expecting the best. It's a bit of a pessimistic kind of way of viewing things or assuming how they're going to unravel. And you kind of needing to view certain situations that leave you feeling a bit trapped or restricted at this time that may not feel ideal as temporary, right? Understanding that as you change and grow, other situations could improve, and if not, you can choose to aim for bigger and better things in your life. And we're moving on to the Ten of Swords. And I'm getting kind of a Two of Swords vibe from this imagery, as well as I get drawn back to the blindfold, where at times you feel like as you're trying to light the way for yourself and others, trying to figure out the best possible way to take the next few steps, or to figure out what's next in general. It feels like Spirit in the universe is keeping you from knowing all of it, or keeping you from understanding fully what lies ahead. And it's you sort of trying to be one with the mystery, or being pushed to do so, of what lies ahead, understanding that knowing every detail of your future is not going to help you embrace the journey along the way. So the Ten of Swords. I'm hearing the end of self-doubt. It's you moving forward as you sort of try to improve as an individual and strive for bigger and better as you decide what situations and people come with you down your individual path and journey. You are being pushed by Spirit in the universe to put that self-doubt to rest once and for all. You're better than that is the overall message that's coming from this. You feeling so burnt out and wounded at times, kind of fed up with all that life puts you through, feeling like at times you've replaced a job or replaced a relationship or friendships with healthier ones, and even those end up being a bit chaotic or stressful, or just come with their obstacles at the end of the day. And Spirit saying perfection doesn't exist, and you shouldn't expect that from yourself as well. And it's that self-doubt that seeps in when you sort of expect a level of perfection from yourself or others around you, or even situations. And to sort of allow yourself to implement more self-care and feel better about all that you've overcome once again, realizing that the obstacles are still going to pop up here and there. That's just life, my friend. And for you to, once again, just feel good about everything that you've accomplished and overcome. You're stronger than you know, and it's around this point where you're going to sort of start to realize and grasp that the wisdom and the tools that you've gained from all of the difficulties you've dealt with wouldn't have come to be if life wasn't a little bit rocky, throughout your path up until this point. So to remember that everything does happen for a reason, and things will unravel the way they're meant to. Yeah. And we're moving on to the Seven of Wands. So to begin the second half of the spread, you feel as if, moving forward, you'll feel as if a lot of people and situations are just coming at you. Chaos takes over. You feel as if you're just trying to figure out how to move forward, how to proceed in a productive, healthy manner, given that you're still changing and everything else around you is as well. But people, once again, feeling like they can expect a certain amount from you within your job or within your life in general. You feeling like at times there's too much gossip around you, therefore entering a Queen of Swords mindset and reassessing who's coming with me, you know, as I move forward towards a healthier, better lifestyle for myself. And then others saying again, okay, well, what's next? You know, and you might find yourself hearing that time and time again, but in a different manner each time. And this time it's like spirit kind of pushing you like, okay, well, if you realize certain energies or situations aren't healthy for you anymore or are just too much to handle, how are you going to move forward, right? Or do they need to be eliminated altogether? Or is it more of a, I need to instill more healthy boundaries or remove certain or add certain healthy habits in order to proceed towards the results I desire at this time? Being aligned with the King of Swords, you will surprise yourself and those around you as everything sort of comes at you in a forceful, kind of chaotic manner. However that ends up pertaining to you, you still feel sort of calm in it all, realizing that, you know what, I've dealt with this kind of situation before. I've dealt with a lot in the past, and it's prepared me for just this. You also feeling a sense of confidence and eagerness come over you to deal with it in a better way than you might have in the past. Realizing once again and showing those around you that you are growing and changing and for the better. Even though you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, we move to the Nine of Cups. That overwhelming sort of energy translates and transforms into a sense of excitement. You feeling motivated to jump out of bed and achieve certain levels of success in your life or achieve the completion of goals within your situation, realizing that you have a lot to be thankful for, a lot to celebrate at this point. And at times you don't give yourself enough credit along the way. You don't allow yourself to celebrate the small successes or the small things that you overcome, the small obstacles that you overcome along the way as well. I'm hearing cheers to all of which. Cheers to Aquarius, allowing yourself to give yourself once again the credit that other people don't necessarily give you when you need it the most. As the motivation and excitement for all that lies ahead takes over, as Spirit's saying, be one with it, you know? This doesn't come along often or enough for you, and it's for you to take a moment, though, as you are one with it, to realize, well, why is this happening, right? What did I implement or change that sort of led me to this way of being, this feeling that's coming over me, where I feel like I can accomplish anything, or simply, once again, feel the need to celebrate this and that. As you realize certain important discoveries about yourself, evolution and evolution of your situation in general, you might find yourself getting a little bit nervous and on edge at the same time, but realizing that everything once again is happening for a reason, and it being aligned with the Eight of Swords. You are getting even better understanding, clarity on the fact that certain situations that limit you at this time or make you feel trapped, that just once again aren't simply ideal, do have a place in your life, even if it's temporary. And that again, it just like those obstacles we've been speaking upon, the difficulties from the recent past or the past in general, all leads you to a healthier way of being, right? Or leads you to better ways of coping with this and that when they pop up, certain annoyances or stresses down the line. Remembering that all of which will help you with a healthy perspective and new healthy habits, will help you to take best advantage of what's next. With that said and done, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, as well as don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. I hope you have an amazing day, week, and month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.